Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Power Thursday team training call. This is Vanessa Duplessis, VP of Field Operations here at Powur, and I cannot wait for you all to hear what we have in store for you tonight. Our CEO, Jonathan Budd, is going to explain how we have innovated in so many awesome ways to help get you paid as you spread sunshine around the country. I tell you, I couldn't be more inspired and more excited about what our team is doing as a whole and how we are all, each and every one of us on the line, how we're all going to go out and impact the world. Every day I just get goosebumps about it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn it over to Jonathan. He's going to share his screen. He's going to share our Powur Rewards plan, and also there's a fun surprise at the end of the call for our Oktoberfest contest. Jonathan, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Vanessa Duplessis, thank you, my dear. I love you so much, and it's so good to be on the line with everybody tonight. This is a conversation that's been a little bit coming, and just to give a quick background on how we got here, you know, everything that we've done so far has really been from a perspective of we'd rather go slow than fast. You know, we know that the conversation we have, there's no second to it, right? This is its own conversation. We're creating a brand new category in this space. We're partnered with iconic entrepreneurs. We're rolling out disruptive technology. I mean, all these ingredients together kind of speak for themselves. So what we've been concerned with and focused on and is really innovating and testing and improving and finding gaps and filling holes, which is why we had an almost 4-month beta period, 4 months where we were underground, completely stealth with a private group to figure all this stuff out. And I think, you know, companies try to make assumptions about what's going to work, and those assumptions are almost always wrong. And I think most companies, you know, they're so eager and so anxious to launch that they just do it because they have fear of loss, they're going to lose something, whatever. You know, I understand that. But they make so many mistakes, whereas if you just sort of give yourself a little breathing room, a little time to test things and actually look at data and look at how things are working, you know, that process right there, that iteration process, is how you truly create game-changing products. You create game-changing products through testing and iteration, not by taking, you know, one-off guesses that something's going to work and then figure it out, you know, once you sign all these people up. So what you're looking at tonight, my friends, is already in its 4th iteration, and there will probably be more iterations. But I'm confident that what we have here is a financial vehicle that is currently unparalleled in this industry. I'm confident that what we have is the ability to scale to tens of thousands of customers next month if we want to, and create phenomenal wealth and phenomenal resources for our partners in that process. I'm, in fact, 100% confident about that because we've been testing it, we've been refining it, we've been tweaking it, we've been looking at the holes, the gaps. And one thing you'll learn about our team is that we learn fast and we move fast, and we're super committed to that philosophy I just shared with you of constant improvement and iteration and letting the data speak, you know, more than our assumptions. So with that being said, welcome to the Powur Rewards Plan. Some of what you're going to see tonight is brand new. Some of what you're going to see tonight is iterations on the plan we've already had. But bar none, the most important thing you're going to see is that we have a vehicle here for you, no matter what way you want to play in Powur. We have a vehicle here for you to create income while you're making your impact. And so let me just dive right into it. Our mission is to shift the world to renewable energy and transfer billions in wealth to powerpreneurs. And that's what this plan was designed to do. From the start, we've wanted to create a way so that people could unplug from maybe a job that isn't really that fulfilling or not allowing you to reach your full potential. And we wanted to create a way for people to plug in to something that makes a difference, like spreading clean energy, and actually get rewarded for it. Because if you're getting rewarded for it, then you can focus more time there. We don't want people donating an hour of their time here and there to make the biggest difference possible in shifting our world to clean energy, we want people who could spend 60 hours a week on it if they wanted to. And that's what the world needs. The world needs all of us focused on how do we solve this big problem. So what we needed to create to do that was a financial vehicle that could pay you all the time, full time, to put your focus there. And so that's why we created this plan. That's why we created this whole model, because now there can be thousands, tens of thousands, even millions of people who full time are able to focus on solving the biggest challenge the world faces today, which is shifting the way we produce energy, shifting renewable energy. That's why our plan exists, and it's fundamentally important that everybody gets that distinction, because we're a Y company through and through. Now, there's 8 key roles and definitions that everybody needs to understand, and I'll go through these quickly, that sort of inform the entire rewards plan. Now, the first is advocate, and as an advocate, you're a free user in Powur. An advocate is somebody who signed up for free, and we'll discuss a little bit more of what an advocate is able to do and what they're not able to do. A partner is a person that enrolled and completed partner certification. So you enrolled in our $299 partner certification. A mentor is the person that enrolled you to the grid. So if you enroll somebody to the grid, you're their mentor. If they enrolled you to the grid, then they're your mentor. A team leader is the person that your code is linked to. Okay, and we'll discuss more of what this means in a minute. A qualified partner is a partner that submitted 3 proposals. Okay, this is a super important role. It's the first level in our rewards plan. Everyone needs to understand what is a qualified partner. Somebody that submitted 3 proposals. What's a proposal? A proposal is a lead that we've submitted that's qualified by Solar City. And what's that mean, qualified by Solar City? It means they've gotten on the phone and Solar City has verified that they are the homeowner, that their address is what they say it is. They've done a soft check on their credit score. They're not going to run their credit or anything like that. It's just a soft check. And that they spend, a minimum amount per month on electricity to basically be a good candidate. And so Solar City asks a couple questions just to make sure that that person is who they say they are. And then they set up a consultation for them to review a custom solar proposal. So when that happens in our system, that becomes a qualified proposal, okay, or what we're just calling a proposal. So a lead, you submit to Solar City, it's just a lead, but once it turns into a proposal, that means they've been qualified by Solar City, a consultation has been scheduled, and that's a really key thing inside of our system. Because that's part of how you qualify and earn is by proposals to Solar City. A contract is a homeowner that signed a solar agreement. So when somebody has said, you know what, I want to go solar, and the whole thing is kicking off, it means that they've signed a final contract. And an install is obviously a completed solar installation. It means the panels have been hammered into somebody's roof, and those panels are there, baby, and they're generating their own clean solar power. So those key roles and definitions are all you really need to know to understand everything about our rewards plan. So how do the rewards flow? The rest of this, I really just want to clearly show you guys this is how you get paid, okay? There's about 7, 8 different ways that are super exciting for how you get paid inside the Powur Rewards plan. So the first is what we call direct rewards. And direct rewards are paid monthly. And how a direct reward works is very simple. For every proposal that you submit to Solar City that turns into a contract, a homeowner signed a contract, you make $250, okay? $250. 50% is paid on contract, and 50% of that is paid on the installation. Now, if you create 3 contracts in a month, so let's say a couple of your proposals turn into contracts in a 30-day or a monthly reward period, then we actually give you an extra $50 per contract. So we bump that up to $300 per contract, 50% paid contract, 50% paid on install. So that's very simple. That's direct rewards. That's how referring to Solar City works. The next reward to understand is impact rewards, okay? And impact rewards are actually paid weekly. Now, an impact reward is for when you sign up. So again, this is also a distinction here. So on direct rewards, this pertains to an advocate. So an advocate can earn a direct reward, but that's actually the only reward an advocate in our system can earn. So an advocate can earn off their own efforts. An advocate cannot earn off the efforts of their grid unless they become a partner and basically become certified. So all the other rewards are paid through basically being a partner. Now, as soon as you sign up as a partner, your first job is to get qualified. What does it mean to get qualified? It means you have submitted your first 3 proposals to SolarCity. And because that is the most critical part of this whole business, just learning how to have a simple conversation with a homeowner and tell them, hey, guess what? You can save money on your electric bill. You can go solar. It won't cost you a dime. You can produce your own clean energy. Talk to my friend over here at SolarCity. He'll show you everything. That very simple conversation and learning how to submit a lead through the Powur platform so that it goes over to SolarCity. When you've done that 3 times and you've had 3 of your leads get qualified, so you've created your first 3 proposals, you make $75. So you get your first taste of income from the impact you've made of learning how to go out there and tell other homeowners about the benefits of clean solar energy and zero down solar. So very simple. Mentor rewards. Okay, mentor rewards are paid when you mentor someone, which means when you enroll somebody and you mentor them. So the point of this reward is that we want you to be motivated to mentor the new person that you enrolled on how to talk to those 3 homeowners, right? So in the beginning of anything, you're learning a little bit. So we want your mentor to be in your corner and show you, hey, have you read the SolarCity Best Practices document? Have you looked at the Powur Challenge? Well, those are the only 2 things that you really need to go have a conversation with a homeowner. And so the mentor shows you in the right direction. They make sure you got what you need. Maybe they help you on the first call or second or whatever it may be. So we want to give them a match. So when you make $75 off submitting your first 3 proposals, your mentor is going to make $75 as well, because this is such a critical behavior that we all need to learn. Every single new person in Powur needs to learn how to submit qualified proposals, because once you learn how to do that, it's game over. We're going to scale this thing to hundreds of thousands of people, and we're going to go spread solar to millions of homes, and that's our vision. We literally see hundreds of thousands of people talking to everybody they know every day about the benefits of zero down solar, and all of that starts right here. And that's why there's a focus on helping that new partner learn how to master the ropes of submitting qualified proposals right away, because that's what we control. And once we turn that over to SolarCity, they control turning it into contracts and installs, which also you'll see how that pays you in just a second. So we have a lot of focus in this plan on mentoring and showing new partners how to get their first 3 proposals. So as we head into this next section, this is where things start to get really exciting for those of us who are also super inspired by being part of building the grid and really getting out there and building a massive grid. Our vision is millions of people inside the grid spreading these solutions. And so we wanted to come up with a reward that motivates and pays you and enables you to do that at huge scales. And so we came up with what we're calling leader and leader match rewards, which we're introducing to you for the first time. And leader rewards work like this. You've got what's called a keep line, and you've got what's called a pass-up line. So a keep line, when you have a keep line, you are the mentor and you are the team leader of that first individual, and every person that's in one of your keep lines. And the keep lines work like this. It's the exact same sequence. Your first enrollment, your third, your fifth, your seventh, your ninth, your 11th, your 13th, your 15th, these are all your keep lines. And I'll show you how keep lines work in just a second for leader rewards. Your pass-up lines are lines that are linked to your team leader. So with a pass-up line, whoever is your mentor is, that's who these get linked to. Okay, so you're the mentor of the second individual you introduce to the Power Grid, but you're not their team leader. So in this same way, the sequence continues. The second, the fourth, the sixth, the eighth, the 10th, the 12th, the 14th, those are all of your pass-ups. And so this is the leader reward visualized. And again, this pays weekly, just so you know. The leader reward pays weekly, which is super exciting because we're going to be able to get a lot of money into people's hands every week, which I know is important. And the way it works is it's so important that there's true mentorship and leadership for this entire organization. So as you become a leader and you really start building a grid, you've got to take accountability to make sure that all the people in your grid know how to become qualified partners. You've got to take accountability that they know, every one of them, how to go submit their first 3 proposals to Solar City. And you've got to take accountability that the people you're inviting to the grid are teaching the people that they invite to the grid. As a leader, it's your job to make sure that your entire grid is educated and trained and being developed. And when you do that, you're going to get rewarded for it big time. So the way that this works is every single level, okay, when you enroll someone, no matter how deep their level goes, all of these keep lines, okay, every single one of these keep lines, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, no matter how deep that goes, all of the second individuals in every single one of these lines, the second individual, the fourth individual, the sixth individual, the eighth individual, all those partners are linked back to you, okay? All of those partners are linked back to you. And every single time a partner gets qualified in one of your linked lines, meaning that they go acquire 3 qualified proposals by Solar City, when they go do that and they put 3 people, get 3 consultations with Solar City, you're going to earn a $100 reward every single time any qualified partner in any of your linked lines, infinitely deep and infinitely wide, achieves 3 proposals qualified by Solar City. And so this visual sort of shows you how that breaks down. So you can see, okay, this is a line that's linked to you. So when he gets his first 3 proposals, you make $100. Then his second person, when they get their first 3 proposals, you make $100. Then his second person, you make $100. Same as his fourth person, his sixth, his eighth, his 10th, same as all of their people, 6th, 8th, 10th. So this has the potential to grow infinitely wide and infinitely deep. So leader rewards are really exciting. And one of the things that we're also proud to introduce in this plan, which is a massive innovation in this type of reward, is what we're calling leader match rewards. And so everybody's obviously excited about leader rewards, right? I mean, hey, who doesn't want infinitely deep and infinitely wide rewards? You know, $100 rewards being kicked up to you. But what we're usually not as excited about is the pass-up line, because who the heck wants to lose anybody, right? What happens if, you know, somebody great ends up in a pass-up line and you never make any rewards off that person? And so we fixed that hole. We filled that hole. So even if Michael Jordan himself of solar energy lands in one of your pass-up lines, you're going to get a 50% match on his leader rewards. Every leader reward he ever earns, you're going to get a 50% match on for the rest of time. So the worst possible case scenario is you make 50% of what Michael Jordan makes for the rest of time. That is huge. So all the people who understand this plan understand how big that is. It's absolutely fundamentally huge. So again, leader match rewards are paid weekly. Leader rewards are paid weekly. Mentor rewards are paid weekly. And impact rewards are all paid weekly. So next we're going to get into what we call the back end of money in the plan. So all those rewards have the ability to pay you now, today, right? We can go very quickly get qualified proposals into Solar City, which is what fills the pipeline to turn into contracts and installs. Because this is a pipeline business, right? It takes, on average, 60 to 90 days for one of those leads to turn into an actual install. So what we're doing is we're filling the pipeline. As we're out there talking to new homeowners and teaching our team how to talk to new homeowners, we're filling the pipeline with all these proposals. And then we let the best solar company on the planet turn those proposals into contracts and installs. It's the biggest no-brainer in the world. They're the best at it. They have every resource you can imagine focused on optimizing those conversions, so we have the most customers possible from the leads we're sending them. And the second part of the plan is what we call the back end money, right? So as you fill the pipeline with the front end of the plan, whole point of that is let's learn how to submit proposals, and now we're filling the pipeline. So as you build a team, you're going to have this big pipeline of all these proposals moving through the system, and then they turn into contracts and installs on the back end, which I'm going to show you in just one second. So how do you level up in Powur? Leveling up in Powur is super simple. So the first part of leveling up in Powur, we want to make it easier for people to level up. We want to make it easier for you to be able to earn some of the additional rewards, because there is a time lag. You know, it's one of the things that's just a flat-out reality of what we deal with in the solar industry. There's a 60 to 90-day process on all of these proposals that we submit. But we want you to be able to move up the first levels, you know, fast, so you can tap into some more of the income, more of the team generations, etc. So the first part of the plan is all based on proposals. So you can actually move up the first 4 levels, go from partner to qualified partner, to L1 partner, to L2 partner, to L3 partner, based on your personal lifetime proposal achievements and your monthly grid and team lifetime or proposal achievements. So the personal all works on lifetime. You've only got to do them once. The grid all works on monthly. So you've got to build a team, and your team's got to be putting in proposals every month. So you've got to be an active leader. And that's what allows you to move up the first 4, basically 5 levels of the rewards plan. And as you get to the back end of the plan, which really starts at game changer, right? So you go from being a partner all the way up to an L3 partner to being a game changer. And when you become a game changer, the plan switches to contracts. So now you need contracts to level up the plan, right? But we've given you time to build a pipeline, to fill this with a bunch of leads. You're able to level up. And now that you've done that, you're going to start to see a lot of those leads converting into contracts and installs in your organization. So how you go through game changer, L1 game changer, L2 game changer, L3 game changer, and the #1 level in our plan, which is hero, is all spelled out here. And so you'll see in our legend up here, this is the symbol for contracts, this is the symbol for proposals, that's the symbol for qualified partner. So you can come back here and review this to see how to move up the levels. And obviously our goal, like anything in life, is to move up the levels. The faster that you can get up these levels, the faster you are going to create just awesome impact and awesome income and a true legacy for yourself inside of this space. So make it a goal. How quickly can I move up these levels? So how does the money pay out on the back end of the plan? Forgive us because, you know, again, this is the first time we're rolling this out, and I've actually caught 2 mistakes already. This is not actually paid weekly. This is paid monthly. So all of these bonuses in the back end of the plan are paid monthly, and the other ones are paid weekly. So we'll get this tweaked in just a little bit. So this is what we call the team generation rewards. And the team generation rewards are really simple. There's 6 generations that you earn rewards from based on contracts and installs flowing through your grid. And as you level up, it unlocks different generations that you have the ability to earn rewards from. So this just clearly spells out what do you earn on each generation. Now, it's one thing that's important to note here, and I don't even want to bother getting too much into it because a lot of this stuff is technicalities. It's good to understand how the money flows, but truthfully, it's not that relevant a lot of the times. It certainly doesn't affect your success. The only thing that actually affects your success is getting out there and doing the actions every day to build a business. It's getting out there and doing the actions every day to talk to homeowners about going solar and talk to people about joining the new power grid. So that's the only thing that really matters. And you know, sometimes having the technical know-how, all right, you know, that can be cool, but it's certainly not required. But there's a difference between levels and generations, okay? So this is not levels. This is not 6 levels. This is 6 generations. So you could actually have, you know, 100 levels inside a generation, because a generation is all the people that are basically an L1 partner, or a qualified partner, whatever the first rank is. That's what counts as sort of your first generation. And so if you have 5 levels of qualified partners, you could have a qualified partner, qualified partner, qualified partner, qualified partner, 5 levels down. That all only counts as 1 generation. So if all those people made a sale, you'd make $40 and every one of them 5 levels down, because they're all just 1 generation for you. Now the second that one of those people becomes an L1 partner, boom. Now all of a sudden you have 2 generations. So that's how generations work. It's based off of, you know, the system looks for where's the next closest rank and up rank, and by the time you get to L1, L2, L3, game changer, L1 game changer, by the time you've gotten there, you know, until you have an L1 game changer, you haven't even filled in these 6 generations. So you could technically have, like I said, you know, dozens, if not hundreds, of levels that you have the ability to earn off of before it truly completes 6 generations. So that's an important distinction. The differential reward is another reward that we're super excited about. So as you move your way up the levels and you get to the back end of our rewards plan, you have the chance to earn up to an additional $100 on every single install that you refer and your entire grid refers. So think about that for a second, because you know we're paying $40 in generation 1 and 20 all the way down to 5 and then 10 and 10. And as you get to hero, you actually have the ability to earn an extra $100 on every single one of those throughout your entire grid, which is a really big deal. That can really add up. And also on your own personal referrals. So if you become a game changer, here's what this means. You're qualified for 60%. As a game changer, you're qualified for 60% of this $100 that you get to earn off any contract that you refer and any contract that people in your grid refer that you're qualified for. So, you know, if you're getting paid $250 but you're a game changer, that means you're actually getting $310 for referring a contract. And here's where it gets cooler. If, you know, you sponsored or you enrolled somebody and, you know, they make refer a homeowner who signs a contract, they make $250 and they're on your level 1, so you make $40. But if you're also a game changer, you're qualified for 60% of the differential, so you make another $60. So you actually make $100 when you know, one of your generation 1 partners refers somebody to go solar. So this is a really cool reward, and why it's called a differential is because you basically get to keep whatever the difference is between you and the next person below you. So let's say that somebody all the way down, let's say you're a hero and you're qualified for 100% of this $100. So let's say that there's nobody else who's an L1 partner, you know, in your grid between you and the person who made the sale. So let's say somebody on your second generation made a sale and nobody else is an L1 partner. Well, that means that you're qualified for the entire $100. So you get the whole $100 differential reward off of their install. Well, let's say there's, you know, one L2 partner above them who's qualified for 30%, and you're still at hero, which is 100%. So if there's one L2 partner above them, then they'd be qualified for 30% of the $100, so they'd make $30, and you get to keep the difference, which is 70% of the $100. So you'd make $70. So that's how a differential reward works: is you get to keep the difference of whatever somebody below you is ranked at or leveled up at, and whatever you're leveled up at. So it's a really cool reward, and it has the ability to pay a lot more money into your grid as you grow your grid and grow your contracts and installs. Now this is another one that I'd have to imagine there's a lot of people that are pretty excited about on the line right now. This is what we call our game changer rewards. And so as you exit the first half of the plan, and I know there's a lot of people who right now, this is what you're thinking, you set your goals here, baby, because there's going to be a first true game changer in the company. Somebody's going to be the first to get the game changer, I'm just telling you. And that's going to be a pretty big moment to celebrate. Once you reach game changer, along every step of the road of being a game changer, we are going to reward you on a massive level. So the first time you hit game changer, as you leave from L3 partner to game changer, we're going to give you a $10,000 reward. And that $10,000 reward is going to be broken up over 12 months. We're basically going to pay you about $833 a month for 12 months until you've reached $10,000. Now, as you level up, this reward gets bigger. Okay, so this entire time we're building up so that throughout leveling up our rewards plan, you can earn an additional $500,000 just in game changer rewards just by hitting the back end levels in the Powur rewards plan. So the way that works is, let's say that you hit game changer, and so you start collecting the game changer reward every month, and you're working sweet, and let's say it landed miraculously on the exact date of 12 months. You had completed, all of your game changer reward payments, and then immediately the next month you became an L1 game changer. Well, we would add another $15,000 to bring you to a total reward earned up to $25,000. Let's say that you made it to game changer, and then you were at L2 game changer 2 months later. Well, now you would still have, an additional like $23,000 or something that would start being paid out over 18 months. So this works sequential, where each time you level up, we're just going to add basically a huge amount of cash every month to achieve and equal paying you this amount over this time period. So if we're saying we're going to pay you $100,000 over 24 months, basically that's going to come out to something like an extra $4,000 a month or $5,000 a month. $500,000 over 36 months, that's going to come out to close to an extra $15,000 to $17,000 a month. And then right here, smack dab in the middle, is the Tesla reward. So this is actually different than all these other rewards. Once you achieve L2 game changer, you actually qualify to earn your own Tesla. And so we'll get you whatever the base Teslas start at, which I think is somewhere around $900, $933 a month or whatever it is. We're going to cover your Tesla payment. So that's obviously super exciting, because there's going to be somebody who earns their first Tesla through the Power Grid. And I think that Elon's going to take notice of that. Who knows? We might even crown a particular celebration with him around that moment. Who the heck knows where we're going here, my friends? So we're super ridiculously excited to put this financial vehicle in all of your hands. This is really a second to none financial vehicle for all of you to go out there and bring a remarkable story, a remarkable conversation to the world, which is the Powur story. It is disrupt and decentralize. It is the technology platform that we're releasing to change the way the world produces energy and shift billions of dollars to the people who help us do it. And this plan is now live in your back office. So if you go to the library and you see there's more information here on just some of the key terms and glossary and all that. But if you go to your back office, this plan is now live. So feel free to share this video. We recorded this video. Share this video with anybody who wants to understand more about exactly how the Powur Rewards plan works. But now you guys have the knowledge. You know exactly what the plan is, and from here on forward, it's truly going to be time to just absolutely crush it. And last thing, all of this is in effect today, so all these new rewards are actually in place October 1st. So when we pay commissions, with one difference. We're not going to pay the leader rewards everything weekly on this first month. We're going to start that next month in November. But everything from this day forward, October 1st, the first day we showed you guys this plan, all of the money is now flowing through the plan exactly like this. So that's the story, my friends. And before we sign off here, I want to talk with you about the Oktoberfest contest that we're going to kick off right now. So give me 1 second here to pull this up. And yes. So obviously we love to have fun. We love to make magic happen every month. We're trying to come up with some new creative way to put more money in your guys' pocket for spreading sunshine around the country. And so we're happy to kick off the beginning of Oktoberfest with a new contest. And I think everyone, especially after seeing the new rewards plan, especially after learning about leader rewards, everything, I mean, my God, guys, we have everything in our hands right now to go out there and do something so remarkable in this space. And this is just cherry on the top. So for every 5 qualified proposals that you submit in October, you have the chance to win an extra $250 cash reward just on submitting 5 qualified proposals. So as soon as you go out there and 5 qualified proposals are qualified in October, you win a $250 cash reward, and we're only creating 20 of these spots. So I advise you to hurry if you want to make some magic happen, because there's only 20 spots available to win the $250 cash reward. And we're going to allow people to double up. And so if you go out there and you actually put 10 qualified proposals in before those 20 spots are gone, then you can win twice. So you can double up on the contest and actually take down 2 of the 20 spots and cash out for $500 on all of the proposals that you're submitting. So with that being said, my friends, I'm just super proud of all of you for making magic happen. There's so much good stuff happening right now. I cannot even tell you how much good stuff is happening. I'm literally on the phone like 12 hours a day, and then the remaining 4 hours a day I'm working till about midnight to clean up all the loose ends and help finalize these documents and all the production for the event and marketing and all this other stuff. So I mean, there's just an insane amount going on right now because it's evident that the world wants this story. I will tell you that right now. The world wants this story. The world is hungry for it. We're hungry for it. People are hungry for a real opportunity, something that's got longevity and vision and meaning that they can plug into and really plant their flag and create a home, something that we can go on a legacy run with. And I'm telling you, my friends, we got that. We got that in a way that I'm not sure anyone else has that right now in the space. So people are speaking loud and clear, and we are getting ready to tear the roof off this thing October 17th when we go into the next phase of Powur. So my friends, keep doing what you're doing. Let's go out there and make magic happen. I appreciate all of you for being on the line tonight. Hope you're pumped up, and I'll talk to you guys soon.